Hi, folks. This is Christopher Wright Durocher, Senior Director of Policy and Program at the American Constitution Society. So today we're going to be talking about New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruen, which is the first Second Amendment case really that the court's going to hear in over a decade. There are about 8 states plus the District of Columbia that have may issue concealed carry permit laws. And depending on what the court decides, those laws could be completely overturned, meaning that those states plus the other 11 states that have similar concealed carry permit laws would have no discretion in who they license for concealed carry. There are 4 sort of states of play when it comes to this type of gun regulation. Essentially, states that have no regulation, states that essentially will give anyone who asks for it a concealed carry license, states that have like a little bit of discretion with regard to who can get a concealed carry, but really generally will give anyone who asks for one. And then this limited number of states, about 8 plus the District of Columbia, which have what's called a may issue. And in may issue states, the requirement is that you demonstrate an actual need to carry a concealed handgun. And generally, that's been interpreted by courts to mean concern for personal or community safety. So if if you drive an armored truck, you could get a concealed carry permit because your job is dangerous, you're transporting money, and you could be the subject of a robbery. So that would be a reason. If threats have been made against you in particular, that would be another reason to demonstrate that you have a need for self-defense. But if you're just claiming generally that you should be able to carry a gun in public concealed because you want to be able to defend yourself from any inchoate danger that's out there, in New York and the 8 other may issue states, they could deny your request because it's your claim of need for defense is too diffuse. And so in this case, what the court is going to decide is whether these states can actually limit concealed carry in those situations, whether states like New York can say, no, your need for self-defense is not sufficient. And we don't want every citizen in our state to have a handgun hidden underneath their jacket. That just does not serve public safety. It's better if we're able to decide if there's a real need there. This is particularly concerning now, as we've seen a pretty large spike in gun violence, and concealed carry permitting and other sorts of regulations around who can carry guns and where they can carry them are a way to address this violence. And for the court to step in and overturn these longstanding common sense gun violence regulations at a time when these regulations are so critically needed could really have a substantial impact on public safety.